see Charlie.
Yes.
All right, I have some packages for Anthony, Kirsten, and Dan. Are they here?
You know what?
Okay. All right, we have a question down here. Can you stand up, please?
Sure. When you were doing your role playing thing, you brought up your point of what if the cost is familiar with any of these bills.
Take that with you.
Obviously, it's going to be hard for you to answer on the spot. How are you going to vote for this or not? So what's a reasonable time frame for me to be able to expect to follow up and have them have a chance to really look at it?
So the question is, what if your rep is not familiar with material, and what is a reasonable time frame for them to get back to you? I would explain to your House representatives that there is a budget debate coming up the last week of April, that there will be amendments that will be offered particular to this subject, and that they should be aware of these issues that are coming up within the budget that last week. So within a week, we should check back and see how they're going to be voting during the budget week on those amendments. There will be amendments related to those bills. On the bills, a lot of reps will tell you, well, I can't tell you if I'm going to support it or not because bills change and you know, once it gets to the floor, we don't know how it's going to be changed or amended, and that's all true. That's all true. So it sounds like a song and dance, but it's very difficult to say, I fully support this because something can be added in at the end. It's very difficult. But you can get a sense from your representatives whether or not they're in favor or opposed.
And I would just add to that, as I say, and Pico is much nicer and more politically correct than I am. I would add to that, if that's the pushback you get, say, all right, let's assume it doesn't change. If this comes to the floor and it's voted on exactly like this, how are you voting? Because there is a chance that it will not change. And so then if it ends up changing later on, all right, then fine, they have the option. But if it doesn't end up changing, or they send it to study, that's another trick. They'll just send it to study. Study is a place, is a magical mystery place where the ruling party takes the bills and they go to study. Supposing you have a study at your house, it's called a trash can. That's what a study is. So when they say, oh, we're going to study it further, it's not genuine.
It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. It disappears. There is no such thing as a study. So, and I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Thank you for a well-organized lobby day. I see your films, and I would like to share it with the community. Tell us where this might be accessible.
It will be posted on the CommonCore forum. Is it the website? Will be posting that? Okay. CommonCoreForum.org. And then you can share it from there.
Thank you very much.
Mike, so question?
I have a question for the crowd in general. Does anybody know the actual budget costs for technology upgrades that are proposed starting this year by your local school committees? Can anybody raise their hand and say that amount that's being proposed for your the town meeting this May? I'm with Hanson, and we are proposing $1.45 million right now. Anybody else got a number? Good question.
Okay, let me get to a couple more questions in the red jacket.
I just have a statement that I want to make. I'm a former school board member in Falmouth. We were fighting outcome-based education, CommonCore steroids. How many of you have not run for school board? Raise your hand. If you're over 18, why not? It's not a fun thing. That's where it starts. So run for school board. You make the difference.
All right, okay, right over here. Yes,
I would just for the camera. Let me follow up on that comment about running the school committee. I am putting my mouth or money where my mouth is. The school committee in Brookline. We'll see whether I win or candidates with 3 seats. But I do have a few copies here of what the legal counsel for the MASC has put out. Here is what is in statute regarding the rights and responsibilities of local school committees in Massachusetts. And I have a few copies here, that's all, but they can be found elsewhere. But he looked to see, you have all the rights and responsibilities if you are on a school committee that you have had for hundreds of years. What you do have to do is whatever you vote for must be consistent with state board goals and policies, but you can interpret consistent any way you want. That's how they have interpreted it. You have a problem with the CommonCore base test. That's where an executive order would help. But as far as all the rest, you're in charge of curriculum and instruction and policies for opt-outs. That is something you have always had the responsibility, statutory authority for. Nothing has changed. Don't let anyone tell you, particularly Glenn Kuchar, who is the executive director for MASC, that you have no more or very little authority over curriculum instruction. That is exactly what local school committees have always had responsibility.
How many here are running for their local school committee? Just stand up or raise your hand. How many here? Okay. Can you just stand up? Just stand up. Elaine, stand up.
I didn't know.
Thank you. Thank you. As a member of the local school committee, I have to tell you, I commend you for putting your hat in the ring, and it's really important. Kevin, would you like to come up and you can say a few words? Did you have them spoken? It's really important that we get active in the community, and like Sandra said, that we can have our voice heard through the local legislation. Okay, we have Representative Carl's here. Let me, you can say
Can I
something.
just get a copy of that, because when we ask our school committee,
Okay.
they tell us that their hands are tied and they can't make any changes.
Okay, Representative. We have a, just wait a second, guys. Don't leave without taking any more folders.
Good morning, everybody. State Representative Kevin Juris, I represent the towns of Uxbridge, Blackstone, Millville, and Bellingham in southern Worcester County. Good to see this many people out here to support this movement, and I really do appreciate your efforts. To sum everything up from my perspective on CommonCore and Park, as opposed to what we currently have in place, is simply the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so often we try to fix things in the political world that aren't necessarily broken. If you take a look at our student performance over the years, since MCAS was implemented, since they reformed, we led the country. And so I'm not sure by what definition you would entail that that system is broken and that we need to fix it. Certainly tweaks are always available and welcome. No system is perfect, but what we have has served our students very well. I'm a father of 2 kids in the public school system. My son is a senior at Uxbridge High School, and using MCAS and the prior standards, he just got accepted into Worcester Polytechnic Institute. So the system is working. The system is working. Certainly we can tweak it, but I don't think we need to overhaul it. So appreciate your efforts in coming out today. Please stop by your legislators' offices, give them packets, pound them, and let's keep pushing. Thanks so much.
Right now, before everybody starts to go to their